Hi guys, this is Malunche and welcome back to Dauntless. It's been a whole long while. I think it's been like 20 days since I last posted the video on my channel, so sorry for all the guys who expect me to still do dailies. Dauntless actually took a break a little while with the patch notes. There are new patch notes right now, so yeah, in this news bulletin we will go over them, but I kind of wanted to talk about the past few weeks. The holiday season, I hope you all enjoyed it pretty hard. I hope you enjoyed the New Year's celebration really hard. I kind of really enjoyed myself with a couple of friends, nothing really special. Been a bit sick, it's been really busy during the holidays. I've been playing a lot of old games, Planet Side 2, Warframe, where some new things came on, and well, actually the hunt pass has ended. I'm not sure how it went for you guys, but for me it was one giant success actually. I basically played every daily and every weekly. I told you in that video where I explained how to get the silver stars. I basically did 2 weeks every daily and then 2 weeks of the weeklies. And the third week, when the quests reset, I basically only did the weeklies, and I already got towards the ends. Gregorio Flint has nothing really to say as the hunt pass has ended. I did grab everything out of the hunt pass, the hat, the bell. I didn't get the I didn't spend any credits on it to actually get the main, and I'm kind of sad about it, because yeah, later on we actually discovered that it's that you get the rewards from the first tier and the second tier as well. So you actually get 1,000 for the second tier and then 300 credits for the first tier. So actually doing the complete pass would grant you 1,300, and well, yeah, that's a good way to save up to buy what we talked about. For instance, buy the sell exchanges to buy them free. I think there were how much, 500, and then the last one 1,000. So yeah, there's some time to spend. It is some credits to spend, but yeah, now that the hunt passes are here, I'm not really sure what the next event will be. Maybe it will be around Easter, bringing in Easter bunnies or something like that. Us trying to find, instead of the frost flowers, trying to find eggs around the city. Not really sure about that. Or maybe they just do a hunt pass randomly without there actually being like a real world event behind it. Because now it was like winter and the holidays. Easter, we had Halloween last year as well. Like, those are actual real life holidays. And it's cool that they bring in then events during those holidays. But it would also be cool if they would just bring in events without actually having holidays around it, right? So yeah, without further ado, I'm not gonna be spending a lot more time rambling on. We are gonna look through the patch notes of this week. I'm not really sure if you can hear it. My nose is kind of stuck, so I might sound a little... I'm not really cured yet. I was really ill last week. But yeah, sorry if I sound a little nasal. But yeah, let's look into the patch notes and let's see what they are gonna change or what they are gonna bring for us. So January the 10th, 2019, and yeah, as you can see at the top, it's the 11th already. So yeah, I'm a day late, but yesterday I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I was nasal more than I was today. So the release of OB 0.6.3, patch OB 0.6.3 brings an end to the Frostfall, and the Hunt Pass Season 1 revises the hammer primed attack and eradicates a few more bugs. So Frostfall and beyond. There may still be snow on the ground in Ramsgate, but Frostfall has finally come to an end. Tomorrow marks both the end of the holiday and the conclusion of our first ever Hunt Pass. It's been amazing to see so many Slayers running around in their silver Nicola gear. Yeah, I don't have it, damn it. And we want to say thanks to everybody who participated in completed and shared their feedback on the Hunt Pass. If you haven't done so yet, you can join the conversation on either the official Dauntless forum or the R Play Dauntless subreddit. We'll be doing a lot of data deciphering in the next few days as we plan, adjust, and build the forthcoming Hunt Pass Season 2. We'll share more in the weeks to come. So yeah, as I said before, it would be nice if they do Hunt Passes not only for certain real-life events, but just hunt passes like every other month, something like that. Would be really cool. Getting some more cosmetics to make sure that we look different than all other players is always something every player would want to play for. So yeah, quality of life, we fixed the bug. Well, they fixed the bug, not me. Fixed the bug that could cause Velimir's tail to get stuck in walls. I do believe that's with more behemoths than Velimir alone, and it's pretty annoying if you need to actually cut that tail off, and yeah, the tail is in the wall and you can't hit it. What I usually do is just run away from the behemoth, like get a really big distance. The behemoth will need to, well, maybe Valimir doesn't, because he's actually a passive one until he teleports. But usually with the other behemoths, they just they walk closer towards you to get back into the aggro range where they can actually hit you. So that's usually how I get them out of the walls. But yeah, like I said, Valimir only teleports. He doesn't really move. So yeah, that might be a little more issue to actually get him out of the wall. Fix another bug that could cause the Sentinel mask to turn hair invisible. We had that a while ago with some other masks as well. Apparently the script behind that is still not really complete. Fix the number of the huntpass UI and functionality bugs. Slayers will now require to reach the Maelstrom in order to unlock Riftstalker and Valimir gear. That kind of makes sense. Because, yeah, they're Maelstrom behemoths. We do not see them before the Maelstrom. So, yeah, getting them unlocked would... Where the hell would they farm it, right? If they cannot get to the Maelstrom yet. Replaced old Frost Impact visual effects with new, more polished visual effects. That's really good, because the only thing I need to... Well, really good. That's actually pretty fun, because the only thing I need to craft yet, I think, is the Frost Barrel. And that means Frost... yeah, Bangar. So yeah, we'll check out those visual effects later on. Clarified objectives in the Heroic Endeavor quest. The quest now specifies the minimum power required for both weapons and armors. Yeah, I remember back in the day when I had to do that, there was like, it was... I believe, I'm not really, I believe that you had to have your armor at 400 and your weapon at 400. It wasn't only armor, and a lot of people were thinking like, but my armor is 400, why can't I reach not 400? But yeah, now it actually says for the weapon and for the armor, instead of just you need to have, was it 400 armor you needed to have that it said? So yeah. Improved the response on a Chain Blade's push. It will now execute more consistently for players at the edge of the move's range. That's a pretty good one. Revelation Rock Island has undergone a polish and optimization pass. Gatherables and locations have also been revised. Oh, that's definitely something to look into. That might actually be really close if they redo islands. Revelation Rock. Fix the bug that could cause Dauntless to crash when exiting the game. Yeah, I remember that one. That was happening, I think, before... I think it actually started with 0.6.1 that actually started, so two patches ago. Fix the bug that could cause the flare throwing animation to break if the repeaters were unholstered. Okay, that's not really, well, it's good that they fixed it, but it's, yeah, if you want to let your party know where you are and you cannot actually shoot your flare, that must be pretty annoying. I never really seen that happen, or I cannot remember it happening. Fix the bug where R? /R. I was thinking, what the hell is that word again? Fix the bug where /R would not initially reply to the most recent whispers after switching to the guild, party, or general chat channels. Replaced some old lava visual effects that were lingering on certain Cherok attacks. So yeah, visual effects from Cherok are changed as well. So something to look into there as well. Fix the bug that could cause eyes to clip through eyelids when certain ancestors were selected in the character creation. Those visual glitches. While on the airships, player will now be able to see A behemoth's icon, and B, its elemental strength and weaknesses. Wasn't that there before? Maybe with because they actually changed the interface when you're on the ship. Maybe with that change, they actually removed it. I cannot really say. Well, I've been playing the game for a while, so I usually know which behemoth is what element behind it. But yeah, for newer players, this definitely is something convenient to make sure that they get the right equipment. Fix the bug that could cause face paint to show up on the wrong part of a Slayer's head. So mirroring effect, apparently. Fix the bug that could cause hair to float when talking to NPCs. Yeah, I do remember that. Shroud's Doomsday Orb will once again explode after it expires. Really nice. I really love that one. Several other behemoth-created objects have been repaired as well. That's rather widely speaking. Behemoth created objects. I can only. Well, there's actually a there's actually quite a lot. So yeah, I rather had they say like we fixed this one and this one and this one as well. But yeah, the Doomsday Orb, really good that it explodes. So basically it's the little orb, shrouds, or does an orb that he fires off, or does his like his shadow clone, a smaller form of himself. But if you do not actually kill the orb in time, it will explode, and I believe it will reset. It will set everybody's HP to like 1 HP. So if you take damage while it exploded, you're dead on the floor. And that actually, well, while I started doing shrouds like a couple months ago, I think, well, maybe half a year ago almost. I know we wiped a couple times because we didn't actually kill it in time. Slayers will now be able to transmog to and from exotic helmets. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's something a lot of players have been asking for, and even players that commented on the videos that I brought out. So basically, you are able to transmorg something that isn't looking that isn't an exotic into something that's looking like an exotic, and you're able to well, transmorg your exotic helmets into something else as well. Balance changes. The hammer primed attack damage is now scaled by ammo quality. Having blue ammo grants a 25% increase to the damage bonus from primed attacks. That's actually a pretty big buff. Error Dauntless must be launched from Dauntless Patcher. What the hell? Ah, Dauntless. Yeah, this is it basically shut down, and it says that it could not reboot itself because the launcher was not active again. So yeah, that's pretty good. I kind of hope they bring in a better visualization of the buffs. For instance, I'm really not sure. I use the Rage Tail Gnasher armor, and if you are, I think that's Rage and overpowered. No, not overpowered. It's Rage and I cannot for the life of me. I just checked my gear. Well, basically, if you fall below like Rage, if you fall below a certain amount of health, you get a certain amount of damage increase. It would be really, really nice if we could get the actual numbers to appear on our screen. Like, I'm not really sure. It always says, like, if you're below 50%, if you're below 30%, like, I think those are a couple of the stages of Rage. But where is 30% on my bar? Where is 50% on my bar? If I actually get to 50% and there would be, like, an icon appearing at the top that's at 8%. Same with the hammer now, the primed attack damage. If you reload to blue ammo, you should get an icon on the top saying, like, give us a little icon of a hammer, and next to the hammer, give us 25%. That way we know, okay, we reloaded it, we have 25% more power now while we have the blue ammo. Same with the repeaters. If you empower it, give us the timer on top of the screen. Like, give all the different buffs, like, next to each other. That you can see at the top, like, okay, that buff decreased now, that buff activated now. Like, I really wish they bring in better visualizations of which buff you have active at which time. In the further patches they're gonna bring. But it's really good. Hammer primed attack now doing 25% more damage, well, increased damage for the primed attacks while you're having blue ammo. And then the known issues, all currently known issues can be found on the forums. So there is no longer a message here saying that if behemoths act weird, the best way to deal with them is to slay them. So those were the patch notes from this week. Yeah, a hammer, a big increase. A lot of visual effects were changed apparently. Shroud's Doomsday Orb will explode again. That's a really big one. And for the rest, it's a general quality of life, and yeah, the calling in of the end of Frostfall and what they are, well, the start of what they are gonna do beyond Frostfall and the Hunt Pass Season 2. So those were the patch notes for OB 0.6.3, a big increase of damage for the hammer with 25% if you reload correctly. Shroud his orb is fixed again. So yeah, do be careful of that it doesn't explode in your face. Visual changes for the frost abilities of the behemoths. Cherok has some new visual effects as well. They redid a map, which I'm gonna look into, of course. And what do I think of, well, what this year, what am I hoping, what am I wishing from Dauntless this year? I think we're all wishing the same. I wish they get a lot of players. I do believe it's going to console as well. So I hope it's actually mixed console, that we can actually all play together as well. What else? We're all hoping for new behemoths, new weapons. I kind of hope they do something with the jump, as the dodge roll is now the only thing that's actually proper against avoiding behemoth attacks. I talked about this before. I still wish that, well, they did talk about, somewhere I read something about aerial combat. So not sure what to expect there, aerial combat. Yeah, being able to jump over a behemoth, or at least the smaller behemoths, would be a nice start to make the jump actually viable in this game. What else am I hoping? Bring us weapons. Give us a one-handed sword and a shield. Give us a tank that can actually block like attacks, maybe. Give us a ranged weapon, a crossbow, a sniper rifle, for instance, that does 5,000 damage but takes a minute to reload. I don't really care, just give it to us all. And yeah, I wish you all the best for this new year. Hope you may enjoy this game as much as I do, and hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.